the authority to intercept relating to computer fraud and abuse offenses. I found that very interesting. So authority to share criminal investigative information. This is when they started actually colluding information together along with local authorities. The clarification of intelligence exceptions from limitations on interception and disclosure of wire oral information. I'm being very redundant. A lot of this is having to do with the collection of information, some of the rules involved. One of them that I went down is that as far as reading, where other people went ahead and as far as collecting information, it made it clear that all the anybody that's intercepting electronic transmissions had to hold on to it for at least 180 days to provide the information available to the NSA or CIA or any other intelligence community for one. Part two of that is that any intelligence community that would be willing to provide the information, it had a blanket immunity, and that was actually listed on the last portion of the Section 225 immunity for compliance with FISA wiretap. You don't have to be known that you're being wiretapped or listened to within 90 days. All right, and the intention is to keep somebody from running, leaving the nation, et cetera, finding out, shutting down communication. However, they can keep the information for up to 90 days. So, anyway, that's a lot of information. I'm hoping my colleagues can fill in some of the gaps.
And what I found interesting about the Patriot Act was that if there's a kind of foreign terrorism going on, and that person is communicating with a U.S. person, well, then those agencies can pass that person's name over to the appropriate agency within the United States. So, you know, if you are a U.S. citizen and you're planning on some terrorist acts that you're caught in some kind of communications with from somebody from a foreign country, well, then you can be a target in the U.S.
Yep. And also, it doesn't always have to involve the U.S. It could be an ally as well, and they will ask for permission through a subpoena or through the court to get information as well. The subpoena should include the name, the address, as well as anything that includes the telephone or number that they're trying to find, as well as the network. So basically, they'll look through your phone records or anything along that line. And like you said, potential acts or sabotage or intelligence activities that could be considered as international terrorism.
Another terminology that they used was PIN and then trace and route systems, basically tracking. You've got PIN, which is tracking all the phone numbers going out of a particular phone line. The other one is trace and route, I believe. And what it does is tracking the phone numbers going in. That permits a legal standard to actually apply it to where they believe that terrorism.
Those are known as externals.
Yes, that's the exact terminology.
Yeah. And then one of the questions was, how would this kind of information used against the terrorists be useful in studying and reporting on the terrorist groups that each of you selected for your study? Now, who did you select?
I selected the Lord's Resistance Army,
right.
and since they're in what you would call probably small groups, they have to communicate somehow.
Yes.
So in order to communicate, you can tap whatever way of communication they're using to figure out where they're going to do next or where they're going to be next.
I chose the Boko Haram, so they're mostly in the Northern Africa, a little bit in the Middle East, so not aware of them communicating with anybody in the United States, so free to just collect on that.
Mine was chosen the People's Liberation Army of the Philippines. It would allow you to detect and modify, if necessary, means and methods along with proxy funding.
Okay.